I'm not a
Because
big
I was like,
homophobe or anything, but like that got real gay real quick. Like it just went
well,
fucking.
yeah, it was kind of like
That
was
actor
there
though is gay in real life, I'm assuming, because every character he plays is fucking
Omar.
gay as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming he must be, but yeah, it got kind of made me. Me, I felt like, did I miss something here? Like that his dad was gay, or is it just like this is the
Yeah.
episode
So I
where
don't
we're gonna
understand.
now be like, yeah, his dad's gay. His dad's gay as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
oh,
not
yeah,
just
it was,
gay,
like,
he's
super
gay as
gay.
fuck.
It went,
Yeah.
yeah, it went for just
Teddy's holding
fucking.
off watching it for a little bit, so if y'all
he was like basically dating like the Black Elton John or whatever for the in Chicago or whatever. It just had this full like Brokeback Mountain scene of like it's like, oh Jesus, this is what's gonna happen. And it's like, you know what? Like,
okay, Teddy wants to watch it later, Captain Spoiler.
well, it's just I'm spoiling a gay scene. Don't worry. I don't think that's gonna be one you really want to be surprised for.
Hand check. He's jacking off.
There's plenty of other cool parts of the episode. It's just like this gay part was like,
and you want to ruin them all for everybody. I get it.
Gay scene. I don't know. It's just
gay, dude.
Is it just me, or it's like gay when it's like the gay scene? It just seems like it's like just borderline. Like
it didn't fit. It didn't fit with the story.
It just was like, where did
It was
this
just
come
gay
from?
to be gay. It was a ubiquitous fucking gay scene.
Not only are we talking about the African American experience, this
Not
is the
ubiquitous,
gay
they
African American
fucking-
experience.
Yeah. It was
Right,
a
let's
fucking-
crank it up.
Black trans lives matter. Well,
Shut up.
All right,
sure.
we're starting the fucking
Shut up.
episode. Jesus
Don't get
Christ.
yourself in trouble.
Except for your fucking
Just
gay
Captain
love
Spoiler
story.
alert over here.
All right.
Captain Spoiler.
Tonight on the Red Eye Report, we're talking about interesting origin stories of some
The
different
origin story.
products from our history. Tonight with us, we have Ashtray. He has an interesting origin story. He was born in the back of a dumpster behind a Hardee's with a homeless,
Right next to the
mentally
grease.
ill man jacking off next to him. We also have Teddy. He was
Go ahead, get
born
racist.
in a gun store, born again with his fucking gat that he got. He finally made up for that lame-ass fucking electric lawnmower that he had.
Oh, God damn it. Shame on me for saving the goddamn fucking environment by getting an electric lawnmower or trying to save money with Groupon. Fuck you. You're all white devils.
We also have Mystic. He was born wherever the food was, wherever the chow line was. And we have me,
Nebraska.
who was born at the beginning of time, because I am the Oracle.
Oh.
And this is the Red Eye Report. And
That's the lamest intro
that
you've
was a
ever done.
lame fucking intro.
That was a good intro because we went off the cuff from the heart, bro.
From the
Tell me.
heart. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we're talking about interesting origin stories, and I started thinking about this yesterday because there's a Xbox Live Gold. You get games with gold every month. They do, I think, 3 games a month. And one of the games that is on there is something called Armed and Dangerous. It's currently, it's September 17th. It probably dropped on the 15th. And it's this game that was published by LucasArts at like 2001, 2002, somewhere around that time. It's got a real interesting feel. And I started playing this game, and it's a third-person shooter. And I'll just play some gameplay here on our stream. So it's this third-person shooter. It's got kind of like these weird mechanics. You can blow up like a lot of all the buildings around you. You can blow up. The graphics are just, everything's weird. It's got a weird sense of humor. You've got like a gun where you shoot a shark and it goes through the ground and it'll come up and it'll snatch somebody down. There's this bomb thing where you corkscrew the ground and it actually flips the entire world upside down and everybody falls into the sky and comes crashing down. But as I was playing it, I was like, you know what? This feels a lot like a game that I played in the 90s called MDK.
Oh yeah, we had the weird fucking long
Yeah.
nose head thing.
Yeah. So that was the first PC game. Well, I'll play some footage of that. First PC game that had 3D graphics, like legit 3D graphics. This is even before graphics accelerators were around. You needed a Pentium 90, where it was recommended.
Oh, really?
That
This is before graphics cards, is what you're saying?
Well, before
IDK
graphics accelerators. So you had graphics.
Wait, so what's a graphic accelerator?
So that's like the
compared to a
GeForce.
graphics card.
So back in the day, you would have a graphics card, which was very basic, and then you could hook up a graphics accelerator to your graphics card to accelerate your graphics card. So
instead of him just being like,
yeah, it wasn't a
graphics card
standalone thing back in.
It's almost just as if the name implies it.
You're right,
Ashtray.
right, a graphics accelerator, right?
You
I
gotta
still
say
can't comprehend.
he's already drunk and on like 16
He's literally asked what a graphics accelerator does.
Well,
It slows the
just is a
graphics
ridiculous
down,
term.
dude.
Right.
It slows
Well,
him down to make
anyway,
it better.
This game was pretty highly regarded, but it had this like really weird kind of feel to it. Really weird mechanics, weird storyline.
Like the way the camera goes with your third person
but
character.
you can see the similarity between that and this. And you know, right away I was like, yeah, why does this feel like MDK? So I looked it up. I'm Armed and Dangerous. And sure enough, the people that made MDK went on years later to form the it's like Purple Moon Studios or something like that to make this game, Armed and Dangerous, which was published by LucasArts. So that got me thinking about kind of like, well, origin stories. Where do things come from, right? Everything has to come from somewhere. And when we experience it in our lives,
segue ever.
It's just like,
right?
Hey, this thing just dropped out of the fucking sky. You know, they decided on this finalized version or whatever, and that's what this thing is. But of course that isn't the case. Everything had to start somewhere. So I was kind of just looking up some fucking cracked and BuzzFeed lists, and I found some interesting ones. Yeah, I'm phoning this one in tonight.
I guess, hey, the first thing that I think of, though, is you said it was the same people that made this game as that made the other game.
Yeah.
So it's just like that in any type of art. But it's cooler and collaborative because there were so many people involved in making these two games.
Right.
And the fact that the vision of both of them was the same. So like the same concept as Tim Burton movies.
Right.
There's so many people involved in making that movie, yet Tim Burton is unmistakably Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it fucking looks like when you see it. Just like this game. Just like, I don't know, Gears of War. Or anything that fucking
Cliffy B.
fucking what's that Cliffy B does. It's the same fucking type of shit. You know what I mean? It's the same.
Well, the
I don't
Gears
know.
of War kind of thing that was based more off the engine when that Epic engine came out. A lot of people,
Unreal Engine,
everybody who made a game with an Epic engine, their main character looked like somebody out of the Gears of War game.
Gears of War.
So I mean,
yeah. But I mean, it really does say something when there was no explicit connection, you know. And here I am playing this game 17 years later. And it calls back a game that I haven't played in MDK came out in like 1996. And I haven't played it since then.
And when did the game you were playing before that come out? After that come out, the
Armed and Dangerous, I think, came out in like 2002, I believe, maybe 2003. So, and I'm playing it in 2020. This was the first time I played it. and it had a strong enough kind of vision or whatever, or identity, artistic kind of identity, where I was able, man, this really reminds me of this. And I thought that was kind of cool, because you're right, Mystic. It's not just one person. It's a number of people that are working on this project or whatever.
Right.
So just kind of looking into some origin stuff, we'll start with number 10 from this list verse.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, this
Man,
is
we are
better to
digging deep.
form a whole
Good
entire
fucking
topic around.
journalism.
Great deep journalism we do here at the Red Eye Report.
Treadmills started as a punishment for criminals.
Really?
For real?
Oh.
Really?
Got a little bit of a reaction there. All right.
I'm always high. It doesn't really count.
So the first treadmill was built in 1818 by William Cubitt.
1818? Wow, that is a long time.
It was a wooden cylinder equipped with a handrail that worked like a hamster wheel, making the users walk without ever getting anywhere. Cubitt put these treadmills in prisons where they'd make convicted criminals walk on them for up to 10 hours a day.
Would it turn anything?
I don't think. After a while, the wardens realized they could hook treadmills up to grain grinders and water pumps to work as cheap energy sources.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, they've had those for fucking forever, though. I mean, think of like the scene in Conan the Barbarian where he's turning that fucking mill.
Yeah, that fucking thing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. He's just turning it around, I guess. I'd use a treadmill as a fucking source of.
This one looks pretty good.
Get out there and work on it, Ashtray. Work that treadmill.
Wi-Fi started as a way to detect black holes.
Wi-Fi?
What?
Oh, shit.
Wi-Fi started with a physicist named John O'Sullivan.
Fake news.
He had read Stephen Hawking's theory that small black holes may evaporate, sending out radio signals when they do. And O'Sullivan wanted to prove it. In theory, we should be able to detect these signals from Earth. These radio signals would be slight and hard to spot, but O'Sullivan worked hard to develop a mathematical tool to find them. For a long time, he stared out into space, but he found nothing. Then in 1992, he took a job with a company that was trying to make wireless computer networks. Nobody could pull it off until O'Sullivan applied his black hole detection tool to the network, and it worked. O'Sullivan's ideas melded into what became Wi-Fi, a tool that was originally meant to spot black holes.
Or just black people. They just changed it to black holes.
Oh!
No, that's what we call you guys. Holes.
Black holes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this one. I read this one.
Just dump money into welfare state fuckers.
The middle finger started with a Greek philosopher.
Okay, how do you prove this shit? You know,
see, that's here's the thing. I heard a different story. Go ahead, tell this one.
Okay, I mean, how do you prove anything from ancient Greece?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I heard a different story.
Okay, so
I want to hear both versions. Oracle first.
All right, the first recorded flipping of the bird happened in the 4th century BC. The Greek philosopher Diogenes, I don't know, was watching a man give a speech and wanting to provide some constructive feedback, flipped him off. He extended his middle finger and curled the two next to it, trying to make his hand look like a penis and balls.
I guess you can get that. You have a penis, 2 balls on the side, you know.
Diogenes' gesture spread, working its way into the highest arts. Soon the poet Aristophanes had worked it into a play. These were still the early days of flipping people off, of course, and so he had his character helpfully gesture with his crotch while giving the finger, just to make sure the audience knew exactly what the finger represented.
Oh, so did he grab his crotch? How does it? Did he pull a Michael Jackson with the finger? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got on his toes and shit.
Okay, so what's your
so I heard, and I don't know where it was from. that it was from like the 1600s. The French and the English were fighting, and the French archers were really good. So they, when the English would capture them, they would cut their middle fingers off because they used the middle fingers to what was called pluck the arrows or pluck the strings. So that's where the term "fuck you" has evolved from. So they would hold up their middle fingers. The English would, after they cut them off, and go "fuck you" or "fuck this." You know what I mean? That's what I heard, but I don't know. It was maybe a history class.
Okay, yours.
But who knows if it's fucking right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who don't fucking know? Like that's the thing about history. Like,
See,
history class or a list verse. I don't know, man.
No, I may have been a history class. It also could have been fucking
an LSD fucking trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Those are the best history lessons.
Right.
All right. Balloon animals started as an Aztec animal sacrifice ritual.
Bullshit. They didn't even have balloons back then.
Well, hold on, Teddy. The first balloon animals were made by the Aztecs, but they weren't very much fun. The Aztecs made their balloon animals out of cat intestines, which were dried out and sewn up with an airtight seal. Then the Aztecs would blow them up and twist them into fun animal shapes. It was probably at least slightly delightful by Aztec standards until they set the balloon animals on fire as an offering to their bloodthirsty gods.
That reminds me of my grandpa.
Oh my God, Kitty's burning.
He used to take when we'd fish and pull out old carp out of the river, he'd cut them out and then cut the swim bladder out. It was like, this is what we used to play with as balloons as kids. It's like this fucking just slimy old bubbly balloon.
God, dude.
Yep.
Okay. Go put your gun away. Okay. Go put your gun away.
You didn't grow up on a farm like I did.
Oh, gee, no, I didn't.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
All right. Candles on birthday cakes started as a tribute to the moon goddess.
Okay.
Which moon goddess?
So this is once again the ancient Greeks.
Does it matter?
I'm just curious if we knew.
They held a
Which
festival
what
every
culture?
spring called the Monitia, in which women would make offerings to Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and the moon. They prepared honey cakes that they filled with candles meant to shine like the moon in the sky. In many ways, their cakes were just like our modern birthday cakes. Of course, we're missing out on half of the tradition. The Greeks didn't just make a cake, they also butchered a goat. So there you go.
They did.
Who's missing out? What are you talking about?
I butcher a goat every other Thursday.
I butchered a goat 2 days ago on my birthday.
Ashtray's butchering a goat right now. We just don't know it.
Right?
All right,
I do it with my feet.
All right, so we also have some interesting product origins. So Silly Putty, do you guys know where Silly Putty came from?
Oh shit! I think I heard this
Hasbro's
story.
anus.
I can't remember now.
All right, so during World War II, engineer James Wright was working for the U.S. War Production Board trying to create an inexpensive substitute for synthetic rubber at a General Electric lab in Connecticut. The General Electric engineer combined silicone oil and boric acid in an attempt to find a cheap alternative to rubber for tank treads, boots, etc. When he dropped boric acid into silicone oil, he got a substance that was stretchable and bouncier than rubber. The military was disappointed and the research was halted. A few years later, businessman Peter Hodgson noticed that what a hit the stuff was at a party. He renamed it Silly Putty and marketed it as a toy, which has now become an extremely popular plaything in certain parts of the world. It later evolved into a useful tool for grown-ups since it could easily pick up dirt and was handy with small repairs. Astronauts on the Apollo 8 moon mission even used this goo to keep their tools secure in zero gravity. So there you go. Fucking silly putty, man. Tank treads.
Now
And
you know.
how much? Yeah, but the thing is that NASA silly putty cost like $5,000 back in those days.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
That's
yeah.
very true. T-shirts. I thought this one was super weird. Okay, so some things just don't feel like inventions. This is from ScienceABC.com, by the
Like
way.
a T-shirt. Ooh,
Dude, I am loving the what do you call
Yeah.
these references that you have. These are top notch shit.
Yep,
I
top
expect-
notch, man.
I-
Oracle.
I expect a couple of these to be from Breitbart. I'm just wouldn't be surprised.
Since they've been around for so long and they've been so useful, it's hard to imagine a world without them. Owing its origins to all single guys out there in 1904 is the T-shirt. Try to keep in mind that men wore buttoned shirts at that time, which often lost their most important part, the buttons. Since sewing was considered a task for the fairer sex, men had to rely on their wives, mothers, and sisters to fix their clothes. Obviously, this proved to be a problem for bachelors. Fortunately, the Copper Underwear Company ran a magazine ad in 1904 to advertise their newest product that was a shirt stretchy enough to be pulled over one's head. The ad read, "No safety pin, no buttons, no needle, no thread," and targeted men who had no wives and couldn't sew. Within a year, the U.S. Navy saw the ad and started issuing shirts to every sailor. The rest, as they say, is history.
So it was like the weave of the cotton, because it could flex, was different than all the previous textiles. Like the
Thank
button
you
up.
for explaining explaining T-shirts, Ashtray.
Thanks.
Oh, here's some brutal ones. This one was brutal. Fucking brutal. Hold on. Where was
Death clock. Death clock.
Fucking chaos.
it? It has to do with teeth. Okay, here we go. This is Cracked. Another.
Where did teeth? The origin story of teeth.
Yeah, the origin
Super
story
reliable.
of teeth.
They came from old barnacles in the side of.
Demand for dentures of human teeth was on the rise. At the dawn of the 19th century, demand for dentures of human teeth was on the rise. Wealthy people sought for donors through advertisements.
Whoa, taking other motherfuckers' teeth?
Yeah.
Really?
So
What is wrong with white people?
Here's a newspaper
Oh, a lot
ad.
of things, if you haven't noticed.
Wanted
Jesus.
several human front teeth to prevent unnecessary applications. Those only are wanted that are sent from the continent. Okay, and then you would send them in. There were even reports that after the Battle of Waterloo, surviving soldiers extracted the teeth from the fallen soldiers to be sold to dentists.
So basically, yeah, they would take them to. Oh man.
So I have a problem drinking after people. All right, let alone being told my
Using
teeth
somebody
came
else's
from somebody else. Came from somebody else.
From
Well,
a dead
obviously,
person.
if you're getting replacement teeth, where else would they come from back then?
That's true.
Yeah, wood. George Washington.
George Washington had
Yeah,
some
George
fucking
Washington had
wooden
wood
teeth.
Eddie's
dentures,
face
bro.
was priceless. You could tell he's really thinking.
Like,
about
yeah,
how
Rick.
disgusting that would be.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I gotta turn the vaporizer back on for this one. Y'all are fucking. Oh God.
All right, so I've actually seen these. The earliest pillows were made of stone. So originally more.
My head on a pillow made of concrete.
Originally more about keeping the head away from crawling bugs or protecting an elaborate hairstyle during sleep than a cushion, they evolved into elaborate works of art for the wealthy. They only became a cloth-covered, stuffing-filled accessory after the textile revolution.
Huh.
So there were no shit stones before then.
Fuck that. I'd rather just sleep flat.
Oh, dude, beds in China are like when you lay on a bed in China, it feels like you're laying on the floor.
Really?
They don't do soft
What
beds.
are their beds made of, actually?
They don't
It's
do a pillow
Just some
top?
bamboo
It's
sticks? or
it's
what?
China. It's China.
Right?
It's made of extra people.
Yeah, they got a bunch of extra people. Right? They just cram 100
a
fucking
few
people in
from
there.
the outland villages come in.
Yeah.
My shit
Their
over. I leave
flesh
now.
is your padding.
Dude, it's like the box spring. It's
Really?
like,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
I remember the first time I laid on a Chinese bed, I was just like, "Where's the fucking mattress?" Forget the mattress.
Holy shit! Really?
But
that.
let me
Take some
tell
getting
you.
used to, or did you get yourself like? I'm sure they accommodate for Americans.
Let me tell you. After a while, because at that time my back was pretty fucked up. After a while, my back felt the best it had in years.
Sleeping on that hard surface?
Sleeping on that hard fucking surface.
Now, were you sleeping on your back or stomach?
Sleeping on my back.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, you also have to think about how many thousands, hundreds of thousands of years humans slept without beds. If anything, it was like, well, we got a bunch of old leaves we can pile up and kind of lay on, you know?
You know what? I don't give a fuck how anybody else ever slept. I'm not giving up my Sealy Posturepedic.
Yeah, that's right. You just got a fucking fancy
bed that I
bed.
just got, dude. I have some of the best sleep of my goddamn life in that goddamn fucking bed. I ain't giving that shit
Here,
up.
just sleep on this slab of fucking plywood.
Fuck that.
What's your sleep number?
0.
Oh, fuck you.
0.
0. Fucking.
What is your sleep number? I've got a posture. I got
right in the middle. Right in the middle. 3.
Right in the middle. What? 50?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just right in the middle. 3.
Travis says, give him a mattress in the fucking chat.
Between 2 and 3. Yeah.
See, mine goes up to 100. So.
Oh, you have we just went by what was ever in the fucking. We went to one of those hassle-less mattress stores where you just fucking go around and sleep on, lay on every bed.
Oh,
that was the one that we picked. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, Oracle. Hijacking everything.
So,
Teddy.
bitch. All right, so during the 1700s, pineapples were so expensive they were served only to the most important guests. So the fruit would cost $8,000 in today's money.
What?
When was this?
Grapes
Back
were
in
like
the
that
1700s.
Oh wow, okay.
Isn't that how Jack the Ripper lured?
That's because you had to kill 6 people to get to the pineapples, get them over here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it was
every pineapple was guarded by an army.
So, if you in Rhode Island, for instance, if you go into some of the older neighborhoods and shit, they have like pillars and stuff with pineapples on the top because it's back, from the day when
back then it was such a luxury.
Yeah, when it was a big luxury, it's like, look at my fucking pineapples, man.
It's like caviar today or some shit.
Nutella was the solution to the cocoa shortage during World War II.
Oh.
So
I like Nutella.
Nutella's good. What is it? Is it almond?
It's hazelnut.
Hazelnut butter, right? Hazelnut butter. Hazelnut butter.
Ashtray just loves nut butter.
Yeah. Any nut I can get.
And again, fuck you, Travis.
All right. Right after the park opened in the mid 50s, the Casa de Fritos restaurant in Disneyland was throwing away a lot of stale tortillas.
Big plastic cock in his head.
A salesman for their food supplier noticed a pile of old tortillas in the trash and told the chef he should try frying them. Taking his advice, he pulled some out of the trash can, fried and seasoned them, and voila, Doritos were born.
Doritos or tortilla chips?
That's funny because Doritos, they got them out of the trash and fried them.
Yeah, they got them out of the trash.
That's how they get that flavor.
And Doritos taste like trash, so I guess
Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch.
That's how it goes.
That's how they got Cool Ranch for real.
That's how it goes.
Garbage.
You're goddamn right. The volcano rat.
All right, today Maybelline is a worldwide cosmetics brand with over 200 products. It was founded in 1915 by a teenage boy who watched his sister Mabel creating her own eye makeup by mixing Vaseline with coal dust.
Goddamn Mabel.
His commercial version of the mixture, called Maybelline, Mabel plus Vaseline,
No shit.
was a big success and started a
You're
cosmetics
Maybelline?
empire.
What?
There you go.
Oh my God.
You know what's funny is
Maybe
his
she's
episode
born with
took
it.
less.
Maybe
His
it's
episode took less
Maybelline.
effort than the Ashtray's plumbing episode, but it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Yeah. Think about me every time you take a shit and wash your hands.
I do because I wish you're under me.
All right.
I do because I'm in love with you.
Yeah,
The
that's why.
$2 microwave. Percy Spencer, the guy that discovered the microwave back in 1945, got paid only $1 or $2 for the patent.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's fucking horrible.
Have you ever heard of the dude that designed the original KFC bucket?
No.
He had a choice when he designed it in like the 50s or whatever it was. He could take $10,000 or 1 cent for every bucket ever sold at a KFC restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And this idiot took 10 grand.
He took 10 grand.
What kind of shit? Like it's.
Well,
I
he
mean,
didn't
if I-
think it was going to be successful. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
well,
and in
it
the
was
50s, 10 grand.
KFC wasn't big then, probably.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think about it today, like he'd be a fucking, billionaire.
Yeah, his family would be
Mhm.
fucking.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it sure beats fucking $2. Especially for something that every person in America has in their
$2, right?
goddamn
Oh,
house.
shit.
It was
Yeah.
the base. So the $2 was the basic reward that Raytheon company used to give to their employed inventors. So Raytheon,
What?
they probably had a
$2?
lot of fucking inventions, a lot of
What year
patents,
was
right?
this?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
1945.
how long?
This is
45?
1945.
$2?
$2? That's
Yeah.
not that much. What is that, like $15 today, maybe?
Yeah, that's not much for a fucking, invention.
Oh, you made
Especially
something novel.
Raytheon. They're one of the biggest fucking
Right.
Oh, yeah.
fucking military companies now in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They've been for.
Jesus.
All right.
That's fucked up, man.
The stethoscope was invented by a French doctor named René Laennec because he was embarrassed having to press his ear to women's chests, listening to their hearts and lungs.
Dude, you better
And-
get in them titties.
It's a much more clinical way to touch the
You better
boobies.
get it. Give me in our girl.
Right?
What does it sound like? Let me see.
That would be kind of weird at first, though.
Well,
Yeah, I guess.
Just some
Well,
random.
also, like, the
Kids fucking
stethoscope
listen to your
probably amplifies it more than actually, because, like, you'd have to really, like, press your ear against the
Yeah.
chest, the breastplate of your bone to hear.
Right.
And also back in the day, we're talking about a time where
Right?
women had to wear high-collared fucking
Couldn't show their
shirts and-
ankles and shit.
Right.
Yep. Think of how many husbands got real fucking jealous.
Yeah. You ain't going to no doctor.
Digging your head up into the bosom of old Marilade.
Not like you could get a female doctor either,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they weren't allowed. Women
In the
couldn't
old
shave
days-
that
Witch.
section.
In the old days, wasabi was added to sushi not because of its flavor, but because of its antibacterial properties.
Oh.
It burned all the bacteria.
It was originally used to kill bacteria and parasites in the sushi to avoid digestive problems.
Wow.
Now, with better sanitation and hygiene, it's just eaten for fun.
Yeah, it's super fun,
Fun.
too. Yeah.
I like a
I
little
love-
wasabi.
I
mix
like
it with some soy
wasabi
sauce.
with sushi, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I'm not just fucking eating
Oh,
Or
jars of
wasabi.
people put it
wasabi.
on
The
other
dry
shit, though.
wasabi
I've seen
beets,
other
those are good.
people put it on other shit. And it
like
just
what?
doesn't
Pizza?
fit.
What the
No.
fuck?
Wasabi dip? You've never had like a wasabi dip for chips
No,
and shit?
no.
I've seen
No,
that
I've
shit.
never.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
had
not-
wasabi dip.
I've seen
I've seen
Fucking
people eat
gross.
wasabi covered peas and shit, but I
I've
don't
seen
do
it.
that.
Gross.
it.
Artificial Christmas trees are basically big toilet bowl brushes. Addis Housewares Company has been manufacturing toilet brush cleaners for years before they used the same machinery and bristles to produce the first fake evergreens.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it
makes
is that
sense, I
same
guess.
kind of coiled
Mhm.
wire,
Twisted
with-
wire, yeah.
plastic shit stricken.
And there you have it, folks.
Oh.
So it wasn't so bad for fucking calling one in. It's fascinating though to hear. You know, when we think about stuff, it's just like, oh well, it's always been that way. Well, it had to fucking start somewhere, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it probably started in like a small way. The person that actually invented it didn't get paid or got paid $2, and then some major company took over and fucking hijacked the idea or whatever.
Right. Mark Zuckerberg him.
Fucking Zuck.
Fucking
All right.
Zuckerberg.
Wow.
Moving on to the next portion of the show. What's
You got
sexy? Where we
Zuckerberg.
tell you what is sexy in the world. First up, we have Teddy with the autobiography of Malcolm X.
What in the world?
Yeah. Fuck you, white devils. I've been listening to the autobiography of Malcolm X on Audible. I'm actually really digging Audible.
It's awesome.
Is it a white dude that narrates it, or is it Samuel L. Jackson?
It's Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, okay, that's good.
The ultimate black dude.
Yeah, the next one I'm getting is the autobiography of Martin Luther King, and that one's narrated by LeVar Burton. So, looking for it. It's like it's weird how it's. I totally understand how black people back in the time he was preaching got caught up in this shit. Because it's very fucking, it's very pointed by the time. Yeah, anyway, white folks are devils. Fuck y'all. Let's go. Keep moving. Check out the book. It's awesome.
All right.
I will not.
Of course you won't, because you can't handle the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's true, right?
Okay,
You'd
next
have
up,
to become a Muslim.
Next up, we've got Carrion, which is a game available on all systems. It's got a unique twist where you control.
Show some video of that shit.
Basically, think of John Carpenter's The Thing.
The Thing, yeah.
You're like the Thing. And you're going around. You are killing these people in this kind of laboratory complex. And I've got to tell you, this game nails just the terror that you can infuse in people. And they are screaming for their lives. You can thrash them around and tear them apart. And it actually has some interesting puzzle mechanics where when you have different forms, so you gain body mass, you have different powers. So, for instance, one of the body masses, if you're the lightest body mass, one of your powers is to shoot like some sort of a projectile kind of slime thing. So you can use that to flick like levers and shit.
Yeah, you talk about the web thing, yeah.
Right, the web thing. If you go up to the next one, then there's a thing where you can bash through like barriers and stuff like that. If you go up to the next thing, there's something where you can like pull different things out or have spikes come out of you. So
wow. So are you like jumping around to different areas? Look like
it's kind of,
jumping through
like
holes.
Think like Metroid, but you're the Metroid.
Yeah,
okay?
It's definitely a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
And there's no map. But you call out, so you can roar and scare the shit out of people. And you actually call out. You're like colonizing this entire facility. You're taking over. Like you're in all the. So you're establishing kind of like these home bases that you can go back to and kind of pull fucking mass out of. It's cool as fuck. And you can take over the minds of like soldiers and shit and turn them against people.
Even though the game isn't like 8-bit or whatever, it's if you
playing this on PC or Xbox.
It's both.
It's on Xbox.
It's a Game Pass game.
Dude, just the sound alone.
So you're playing it on Xbox?
And the people and shit is fucking great. You should check it out.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
It's got like, I've never played a game where I just want to fuck with people so hardcore. Like, I'll sit there and I'll roar at people and just start smashing them into the ground, tearing their legs off and shit. While people are like in the corner, fucking like
they begging for their life.
Minds.
Dude, I will say, once he gets bigger and stuff, controlling him is kind of hard. It gets kind of wacky. Like you try to go left and he'll like slither up and shit. Because more tentacles
you got like all these different parts and shit.
It is
It
very.
does get kind of tricky.
The animations are super cool.
Yeah,
the way
it's
how
cool.
It
Even though it's
slithers
like an
around.
8-bit, the animation is fucking awesome. Yeah, it's really good. All right, next up, we've got Mystic with HBO Max.
So I got it just to check it out, and it I think it's worth way more of the program. It has better programming than HBO Go or HBO Now would. I think HBO Go is just like the app version of the show, like if you have it through your cable channel. HBO Now is like if you just have the app alone. But HBO Max has HBO Max, all the Cinemax shit, plus it has like fucking like The Big Bang Theory is on there, Fresh Prince, like old fucking shows. It has Turner Classic Movies. Like it's got fucking all the Doctor Who stuff. Yeah, it's got Cartoon Network, fucking
Cartoon
Studio
Network?
Ghibli.
So all the Adult Swim shit is on there?
Yeah,
it is actually.
It has
What?
yeah, it has a bunch of anime stuff on it, all the DC stuff. So like all the DC movies and Batman stuff.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yep.
Yes, buddy.
No shit.
Yeah, so check it out. It's worth it. They have it. It's $12 for the first
HBO Max
year
has
a month.
all that.
So
impressive.
And then after that,
so I guess is HBO? Do they own those channels as well, or is it just kind of a partnership?
HBO owns Cinemax, yeah, and I think it owns all the ones that are on there. Assuming, yeah.
Well, I guess like.
They're probably all under the same umbrella.
Cartoon Network is owned by
HBO. is owned by AT&T, actually.
No shit.
So AT&T must be the parent company of all that.
Yeah, because don't they own Time Warner? AT&T.
I think so. Yeah.
And because AT&T owns DC.
Yeah, because John Stewart always fucked, or not John Stewart. John Oliver always.
John Oliver, yeah. Yeah, because I know Warner owns DC.
Word.
Next up, we've got Ashtray with The Boys, season 2.
Yeah. So, if you're familiar with The Boys,
please
what?
Spoilers.
I won't do any spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I know it fucking well. I'm just gonna mute my shit right now. Just turn it down.
If you,
I can't hear shit.
If you enjoyed The Boys, check out season 2. It's really good to finally get back, because it seemed like it was more than a year, right, since the original.
Probably about a year. I think about a year.
I don't know. I had to look at the numbers. It just felt like it was longer, but maybe because, man, I love me the fucking Billy Butcher.
That dude is amazing. He's one of the best actors fucking
it's like,
around.
He's that kind of like.
We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna sit around acting like gothic emo twats.
Yeah, and it's kind of that character where it's like, that's the kind of character you want to be him, you know?
Yeah.
You want to be that guy just calling people cunts and just fucking.
No, I want to be Homelander. Okay. I don't want to be
Homelander. Homelander is a fucking cunt. He is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but Teddy probably wouldn't be a cunt. He's just saying he wants that power.
White
I'd
superhero.
fucking take that power. Hell yeah.
Okay, is that it?
Is that it?
You just start drinking your beer.
Yeah, right.
Ashtray, ladies
and gentlemen. Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, you're like talking mid-sentence, and then you just fucking start chugging a beer.
Yep.
All right.
What else are you on tonight? Is it just alcohol, or are you on something else?
Oh, no, yeah, just alcohol and weed.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go?
Weed doesn't
I'm
even
also
count
fasting
anymore.
though today, so like.
Oh, there you go.
Keeping it natural tonight, fellas.
All day, so
way to go.
That shit gets right in your bloodstream.
Anything all day?
So.
I fast every other day.
Yeah, it's also called doing cocaine.
Yeah, fasting. Travis says that South Park is on HBO Max as well, and that is owned by
really?
Viacom.
I didn't even know it was on HBO Max.
Damn. I might as well. I got to get up in on that.
Well, looks like I'm canceling my HBO Saturday. Just get fucking HBO.
All right, we're moving on to Fuck What You Think, where we bitch and moan like old men about things that we cannot control. First up, we have Teddy with Square Enix.
Okay, so I recently learned that you can play Final Fantasy 14 on PlayStation. Um, First off, fuck PlayStation, because when I searched for Final Fantasy 14, the Stormbringer, what do you call it? The newest DLC came up, which is $50, which I bought, which turned out to not to be the goddamn game because their fucking UI sucks. So the actual game was $20. But anyway, I brought the game. I tried to load up and play it, but you have to have a Square Enix account. Which I have a Square Enix account because I play Square Enix games on Xbox. When I logged in to my Square Enix account on PlayStation, it said I didn't exist. But on the website, it says that my PlayStation account is linked, my Xbox account is linked, and my Facebook is linked to it. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong. So I actually ended up having to call Square Enix, and it turns out I am a Square Enix member. I don't have an account, but I set up an account to be a member. So I actually had to set up a separate thing. So now I am a Square Enix member, and I have a Square Enix account to play Square Enix games, which is
this sounds like some bullshit.
So as a member, you didn't necessarily have an account, but you needed an account, and not all members have an account.
Wow.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, it is. And I was like, that is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I was like,
I gotta say though, this fucking cut scene from Final Fantasy 14 looks pretty fucking good.
Oh, the game is pretty awesome. If you like MMOs, it's actually a pretty cool game.
That's why I don't like Asian people, man.
The first city, I got lost for like half a day. I was like, where am I going? You can tell I'm old and playing well. But it's a cool game. Check it out.
Swords than you are, Mystic.
Ooh, Asians? No, because they make all the gayest games.
Well, that actually ties into my fuck what you think. You have free access. Yes, Asians. No, too many accounts, so you have access to EA Play. So as part of Xbox or Microsoft, which I have to say, fucking Microsoft, holy shit, they are coming on strong with all of their stuff for the Xbox Series X. They launched the
pre-order start Tuesday.
Yeah, it starts on Tuesday.
Is that the new one? It's called Xbox Series X?
Yeah. They have the Xbox All Access Pass where you pay monthly, and you actually pay a little bit less than what you would for the system. They just launched Xcloud, which is included with your Game Pass Ultimate, so you can play over 100 different titles on your phone. Over the cloud.
Your phone?
Yeah, on your phone. Fucking streams it over the internet.
His face was, he's like, on your phone? What is this witchcraft?
And I got to tell you, I tried it out before they launched it.
Bluetooth your controller into your phone?
You Bluetooth your fucking controller to your phone. I got I got an $8 fucking little attachment where I can put my phone right on top of my Xbox controller. I'm going to play that on my lunch break. And
too much.
It's fucking sweet.
Right?
And you can start Xbox parties while you're on that, and you get all of your achievements.
Okay,
and everything.
Xbox parties on your phone suck because for some reason, no matter what kind of microphone you're using, and most people are headset. Most people can be in an airport with their phone. Go to sea. So I mean, it's just
or taking a massive shit.
Oh my god, I would fucking laugh my ass off if someone next to me was like,
I've seen people in airports on laptops playing online, like yelling and shit. Like, really? I'm like, bro, you're in an airport, man.
Well, anyway, as part of this, as part of Microsoft fucking bringing the heat against Sony, they also announced that EA Play will be included free with Game Pass. So that's EA's fucking whatever library of games, Netflix of games, which whatever, not a strong sell, but it's free with your account. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, I had EA Play at one point in time. I think back when they did that Battlefield 5 beta, we were able to play that for like a week or some shit. So I go to boot it up, and the app doesn't fucking work. And it's just like, I look it up online, and it's like, well, if you had this and you had linked your account and now you need to call them and unlink your account, it's the same shit that you're talking about, Teddy.
I'm like, what? If I've already had an account set up, why do I have to fucking unlink it? Just let the shit work.
It's just
I don't
like,
get-
what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna have all of these different services, and I feel like that's what's happening. The HBO Max, that's a consolidation of all these different services. That's
Yeah.
what Xbox is doing with their stuff. What Microsoft is doing with theirs. They're consolidating all of this stuff under one umbrella because it's gotten to the point of insanity, right? Where it's just like, okay, now we have a bunch of broken, half-supported platforms.
Yeah.
You
true.
know that
Because
you're
they
not updating
don't
your
have that
shit.
support.
Right, they don't have the support. So it's just like, go fuck yourself, EA. Fucking piece of shit. All right, next up we have Mystic with corporate software.
Yeah, so we're getting new software at work, and they have like these trainings that you have to go through. I mean, you get paid for them, you know, but I mean, it's so simple. Like the fucking software is like spreadsheet based. You hit tab and control. You know what I mean? You control
Yeah.
C, control V shit into it. Like
Come
it's
on.
if you can work Excel, which at this point, if you work in an office, you have worked Excel. You can figure this
At
out
least
in
in the
about 3
basic
minutes.
level.
Right.
So they leave 2 minutes or 2 hours of training. You get paid for 2 hours of training, and you literally just sit there. I sat there and watched Trailer Park Boys. I'm not bitching about getting fucking. I'm not bitching about getting paid. That's fine. But really,
Yeah.
like
Right.
it's just a corporate waste of fucking money. You're paying all these people to go in there and get and just fucking. Oh my god.
That is such an American. There are people who don't have jobs right now. You're bitching because you got paid to go sit in like Trailer Park Boys. What the fuck? I mean,
dude.
really, dog?
It's just a waste of my
You
time.
giant corporations that don't pay taxes, you keep that fucking money for your gold line pools, you fuckers, and you send me home. How dare you send me in for extra
right,
training?
Ted,
I was
I get your point.
too smart
All right,
to
calm
fucking
down.
do.
Calm down, all right?
Fucking white people.
It was a cool week. It
damn
was a
right.
nice week, all right? I had
White
nothing
people.
to bitch about, so I had to pick something.
Sorry, I told you, Malcolm X. I've been listening to him.
All
All
right,
right.
that's it.
Fucking Malcolm X getting all in your shit.
And we have Ashtray with seeing your mom naked.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
No, you
I almost forgot to share this because we
Don't
missed
share
a
it
week.
all.
God damn it!
Don't share it all, bro. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no. This is a fuck with your thing. It's like, God
Jesus.
damn it.
Jesus Christ.
full frontal or what?
Yeah. So
Is this
I was
Travis's
down for
aunt?
Labor Day
Is this
weekend.
Travis's aunt?
Spent
Oh,
one night
Jesus.
with at my sister's house with her kids, and then spent the other night at my brother's house with their kids. And the day I was at my brother's house, we were up. I basically was told my mom and stepdad, like, yeah, I'll stop by on my way out in the morning, to drive back to Madison. And I come in the morning and like front door, like, hey, mom, and like she's still in bed. It's like, all right, it's not uncommon because she's got fibromyalgia. She's always like laid up. She's like, oh, sleeping in. And so I go in, it's like, oh, just coming to say goodbye, give you a hug. She's like, oh, okay. She like pulls up the comforter, like, whoo, she's like full on, like no moo like what she should have. And it was just like,
Oh my god.
I was like, Mom, oh Jesus, cover yourself. It's just like, oh. And no.
The fucked up part is you wanted to relive it. I don't get it. That's not what I don't get it, because you wanted to tell everybody to relive that shit. Why? I don't
Because
get it.
we're talking about my mom, so I wanted to tell you just how
Jesus
it feels
Christ.
to see my mom naked.
We know
fun
what it's like to see your mom
to
naked.
talk about my mom naked. But me,
Jesus.
no. It was just, oh, jeez.
My eyes. Travis said my eyes.
The thing is,
So did she just not give a fuck, or did she forget?
well, she laughed. Like, she's like, oh, God, sorry. The thing is, though, I told my brother about this, and I'm like, oh, God. Like, I just said,
Why are we still talking about this?
well, because thing is,
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. You just keep
our parents have to deal with this with their parents. Like as they get older, and you're having to take care of them. Like another 10 years from now, like it is gonna be like, oh fuck, mom's walking around naked again, or like.
I do see what you mean. I have a Terry Bradshaw kind of dad, so I can see him like, put your pants on. I'm at home, boy.
Terry
Put your pants on.
Yeah.
If you ever watch
Your dad just walks around the house naked?
No, I'm just saying I can see him
You
doing
ever
something like that.
your parent, have you ever had to watch your parents deal with their parents as they got to that age?
Oh
Any of you?
yeah,
No.
yeah.
No, my grandparents died when they were
Okay,
young.
so if you haven't had that experience, if you watch your parents dealing with your grandparents when they get to that state, you now realize that you are going to be in that position,
right,
with your parents. And
Not unless you move to Colorado and become a hermit and never talk to anyone.
right? Go off and, like run away from my family. So
you never give away your end game, Mystic. We know your plan now. We know where to find you.
But nonetheless, it was like that was a flash of like
your future.
Well,
yeah. Was it maximum SAG level?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, wait, is that Travis's aunt?
Oh, it would be like
dad's side.
No, it'd probably be like fourth cousin or something, because like, and like we're third. Me and him are third cousins, so however it would work, I'm being an aunt. So
you guys are barely related.
We have the same last name. Down in like, there's a lot of dressers down there, so
yeah.
All right.
Like
related enough.
In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, lizard people.
What?
We're gonna be here every. We know you killed Kobe. Fucking bastard. That's our show. We're gonna be here every Thursday or Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. You can also fuck off on Twitter because we lost the password again and nobody is managing that. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Oracle.
It's almost like a game.
This is dirty ass.
It is.
And
I'm high ass Teddy. Oh wait, no, wait. My son made me this. I gotta put it out there. Boom. What's that say? What's that say? Boom.
You are the best dad.
Oh, that's it right there. Boom. Definitive.
That's a lot of fucking stickers, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking got all these stickers and shit, bro. I gotta have fucking Spider-Man and shit. Yeah, gotta put it on. Boom, boom, boom.
So, what kind of size did he give to all the other dads?
I will murder you in your goddamn sleep.
You're the best dad. You get this big card. All the other dads, they got just one sticker.
Put that shit on your resume.
I already do.
I am the best dad.
And this is the Reddit
says
report.
it right fucking here.
Yeah,
you not see this?
Does it right here?
Awesome.
Oh my god.